Hi, friends. A lot of times when someone gets us out of character, say you have a family member, a friend, for some reason, when you're around that person, you become impatient, you become not as generous, you become selfish, you become angry, whatever it is. If someone is able to provoke that out of us, it shows us that it's a way of God showing me, at least, that I need to heal in that area. That's what it's telling you because it reveals things that you didn't realize existed about yourself. A perfect example of that is with Peter and Jesus. Um, Jesus told Peter, if we look at Matthew 26, verses 31 to 35, it's page 1235 if you have the King James Version. Jesus told Peter, "You're going to deny me after the sound of a crow 3 times. You're going to deny me." And Peter said, "Oh, I would never deny you. I would die with you. I am one of your disciples. That would never happen. I would never deny you. That will never happen. I would die with you." And Jesus said, "Yes, you're going to deny me 3 times." That's what Matthew 26, verses 31 says. It says, to read exactly, it says, "Peter answered and said unto him, Thou all men should be offended because of thee. Yet I will never be offended. Jesus said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, that night before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me 3 times. Peter said unto him, I shall die with thee. I will never deny thee. Likewise also said all the disciples." So Peter said, "I will never deny you. I'm I'm one of your disciples. I'm here for you. I will die with you." You know, he was so adamant about it. He was like, "I will never deny you." But then when the time came, if we look at Luke 22, verses 54 through 62, it says, they asked him 3 times. They said to Peter, when they got captured, they asked him the first time. The first time he said, to read it exactly, it says, then look, then took they him and led him and brought him into the high priestess house. And Peter followed far off. And when they had kindled the fire of Midst Hall, and where they were sat down together, Peter sat down among them. But a certain maid beheld him and sat by the fire. Ernest looked upon him and said, "This man was also with him." So she was like, "Weren't you with Jesus too?" And Peter said, and he denied him, saying, "Woman, I know not him." He said he denied him. That's the first time. And after a little while, another saw him and said, "Thou art also with them?" And Peter said, "Man, I am not." Second time he denied him. And another space of an hour later, another confidently affirmed, saying, "Of the truth is his following, as was with him. He is a Galilean." And Peter said, "Man, I am not." So it's the third time that he denied him. And the Lord turned and looked onto Peter. And Peter remembered the word that the Lord said to him, "Before the cock crow, he should deny me 3 times." When Peter realized that he denied him 3 times, he went out, he just wept. So that right there shows you. Let me show you again. So that's Luke 22, verses 54 through 62. Okay, let's look at that and see. So Jesus told Peter, "You're going to deny me 3 times." And Peter said, "No, I'm not. I'm one of your disciples. I will die with you," right? We've seen that in Matthew. And then in Luke, it actually happened. He denied him 3 times. The people asked him, woman asked him, "Hey, aren't you one of his followers?" He's like, "No, you got me wrong, woman." And then 2 other people asked him. He said, "No, I'm not with him." And then when the crow when he heard the crow, he realized, oh, this is what was telling me, that I'm going to deny him 3 times. And then he realized that. But when you realize that, when it reveals that you are capable, it showed Peter that he's capable of denying him. He didn't even think he was capable of denying him. He's like, I would die with you. I'm one of your disciples. You don't even think you're capable of doing that. But then when you do it, because you're under pressure in the moment, whatever happens, whatever reason is, you realize, I will never be like that again. I'm sure after that, Peter was like, I would never deny him no matter what. You know? So it reveals something inside of us that needs to be healed, that needs to be worked on. So if someone brings out something negative and ugly about us, say you become more selfish, so you become angry around them, whatever it is, it's revealing that you have that inside of you and that needs to come out so you can heal. It's to heal you, you know? Because no one should have that power to do that to you unless you give them that power. So that's how I see it, at least. But it's a way to reveal and to heal. And one of the ways that you can reveal and heal that is to have a conversation with that person. If this person makes you angry, maybe have some self-awareness too, and talk to them and say, like, what can we do to move forward? Or have a discussion with them on how you can improve the relationship too, if you're looking to improve that relationship. But yeah, it's a good thing when sometimes the worst comes out of us, because it reveals things that we didn't think was possible, you know. And if it continues to be a bad behavior, if someone continues to bring out the worst in you and it's not getting better, then that's when you have to distance yourself, you know, because that's not the kind of life you want to live. But when it happened at least once, I think it's a good thing, because it reveals, wow, I didn't think I was capable of doing that. I didn't think I was ever see myself doing that. You know, that shows you that's inside of you and it needs to be healed, right? It's so amazing how things work, isn't it? All right. Bye, guys. Thank you.